And so I kind of stepped back and was like, you know what, fuck bangers. I'm going to just write songs. I'm going to write stuff that's like got connective tissue.
So I just got done a couple hours ago hanging out with Chris. He was showing me some of his new music, and it is like dialed neurofunk style, like jazzy, like funky bass music. It is. I'm so excited for it to come out. Like he played me the song, and the first thing I did was like, dude, when that's done, like you need to send it to me. I want to listen to that shit like in my free time on repeat. So I wanted to dive into that first. Like, how's music making been going? Obviously pretty darn good. And, how do you feel like, your style has transitioned or progressed over the past couple of years?
Sweet. Great questions. So, thank you for saying all that very kind stuff about my music. It's a lot of hard work, as you all know, what goes into making that last 3% come along. It's lots of blood, sweat, and tears. Honestly, like I flirted with bangers for a long time and was just trying to make like as many bangers that I would have a 2-hour set of all original material that I could substitute out. So if I was going to play like a full weekend, 3 different shows in a row, I would be able to have enough material for like an hour-long set that it wouldn't repeat, or that only like the signature kind of centerpieces would repeat and the rest of the fabric around that would be diverse and different. And a lot of that music wasn't like cutting it for me. And so I kind of stepped back and was like, you know what, fuck bangers. I'm going to just write songs. I'm going to write stuff that's like got connective tissue. So lyrical content and poetry and an emotional kind of aesthetic. So recently, at least for this EP, I've just been trying to work with professional vocalists because they can take my idea to the frontiers that I can only imagine. So I've been, being a job creator, spending my hard-earned dojo dollars on paying other people to do the heavy lifting for me. And it's honestly the best choice I've ever made. I worked with this chick from Berklee School of Music. Fantastic vocalist, and then also a couple of friends from Hawaii, the soul singer. So I'm really happy more with their work than with my own work. So I'm kind of just trying to let them carry the tracks for me. But it's been really good. It's really, really good. I'm super excited to start to share this with everybody. I'm going in kind of like a soulful, bass heavy, like soul fusion kind of direction.
It's definitely like neo neurofunk. It's like more jazzy, like still very cerebral, but it's got like a very like accessible like point to it. Whereas normal like neurofunk might kind of get into the weeds too much with the sound design. This still feels very accessible for your everyday listener.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm so ready to just sell out and make millions of dollars, guys. So I want something that's accessible and catchy and gonna make some money.
Yeah, totally.
Amen. There's this idea among like bass producers and, so many in the dojo, so many of my homies outside the dojo, and 100% me when I was coming up in the dojo thinking I needed to make bangers, just like you're talking about. And between a few flopped bangers, a few songs that were not bangers that people responded really well to, and then the back-to-back podcast episode with LS Dream talking about how he started as Brills, and it was like, you know what, I don't really want to make bangers. I want to make this vibey, emotional, spiritual, connective stuff, and people do a different dance at the show now, but they're just as into it. They're just as connected and in a deeper way. And cool. That reminded me like, oh, right, not every song has to be a banger. None of my songs have to be a banger.
Totally.
Yeah.
I was curious, Chris, was there a specific turning point for you where you knew like from this point forward, no more bangers? And since you started doing that, like what are some new challenges that you didn't anticipate going away from bangers and trying to adapt your music more to vocals and the quote unquote accessible format?
Yeah, I hear you completely. So I still want to make bangers, but it's better to have, in my opinion, a nucleus of a set that can be replayed in every single set, songs that people are waiting for and connect to them, and then flesh out the transitions and the drops in between those songs to be kind of diverse and different and stuff that they haven't seen before. So I do want to continuously make bangers, but I would like 10 songs that are just hits, Third Eye Blind, Red Hot Chili Pepper style hits, things that people will keep coming back to. Music that my mom could listen to, which is saying a lot because if it's a decibel threshold over like minus 45, she freaks out. So it has to be somewhat dinner party music. But
I like it. What's up, humans? It's Luke, your friendly neighborhood trap Jesus. Thank you so much for watching our videos. We appreciate you. Remember to like and subscribe to our channels. And if you have any questions or topics that we need to cover on the show, put them in the comments. Appreciate you. Peace and peace among worlds.